Hi guys, welcome back on board to the Crypto Cruiser. It's me Chris, and today we're going to talk about Polygon, also known as Po, previously known as Matic. What Polygon is all about, what kind of a blockchain it is, what makes it unique. We're going to talk some fundamentals. We're going to talk some chart analysis. Matic, actually Polygon compared to USD. Polygon, of course, compared to the Bitcoin chart. We're going to talk some traditional markets, where they're going to end up this week. A brief market look ahead for the traditional markets, and of course, we're going to talk about the godfather of all coins, Bitcoin. So, previous videos have explained to you what my prediction is and what I'm anticipating for the days to come. Pretty much going above 100,000 this week, and potentially we can hit a price of around 109,000. And I have to explain to you something, guys. From price of around 66,000 on 3rd of November, we haven't had any correction. So this month we didn't have any correction. So pretty much from 66,000 to above 100,000, we never. I mean, we didn't even have like a proper pullback. So once we hit price of above 100,000 and potentially to 109,000, I anticipate a little bit of a correction. And again, corrections are healthy. This doesn't mean that we're gonna go for a bear market, just temporary. We're gonna have for a correction, and then we're gonna have the continuation of the trend on the upside. So that's what I'm anticipating. Go around price of around 109,000. Then we're gonna have a correction. We're gonna go and come back and test this previous yearly resistance line that we've tested as resistance in April and November of 2021, previous all-time highs at price of around 64 and 69,000. And then we had another test at the beginning of this year in March at price of around 73,000. So perhaps we're gonna go and test price of around 82, 85k range. And then by the end of the year, early next one, by end of January, I anticipate a huge bullish momentum, and then we're gonna potentially go hit price of around 120,000. And then I'm not gonna be surprised if we have a huge pullback and to shake off some weak hands. While everyone is thinking we're gonna have for a bear market, we're gonna find the bottom, and then we're gonna have a continuation of the trend. But since I launched my channel, if you've been following my channel, like 95% of the time I've been right, especially here. Price of around 70,000. I've told you we're gonna drop initially to price of below 60,000, and then we're gonna have a final wash off to shake off all the weekends and test potentially price of below 50,000. That's what we had. Then we had a huge bounce. I mean, just turn back some of my videos. Everything has been documented. But how did I know all that? Because I'm following the traditional markets as well, and they are very much correlated. And here, since I launched my channel, like beginning of end of July, I've told you correction, it will be healthy for the overall trend. As you can clearly see, we have corrections along the way. From end of July till end of October 2023, we had a massive correction, 70% on the downside. And some of these big YouTubers were calling for a bear market. They were telling us that we're going to the abyss. But for me, of course, I didn't launch my channel then. It came up quite beneficial for me because the structure remained bullish. So I'm not gonna short the market when everything is screaming that we're in a raging bull market. We had another correction, and here between middle of July and beginning of August, we had a 10% ABC correction, regular one, nothing more than it wasn't anything extraordinary. And I've told you I anticipate a V-shaped recovery. I mean, if you can turn back, I think my very first video was a V-shaped recovery, and I've told you we're gonna go and test this price of around 5,650, and then we're gonna come back to this previous. It'll be healthy for the overall trend to actually come back and test this previous resistance line, twice as resistance. We turned it into support. That's what we did, and then we're gonna have the continuation of the trend and potentially hit price of above 6,000. Once we hit that, we're gonna have a little bit of a pullback the way we had last week. A price of around 5,850, this previous local top, we turned it into support, and now we're gonna have the continuation of the trend on the upside. So for this week, I anticipate S&P 500 to go above 6,100 and potentially even further than that, because in the process we actually formed a reverse head and shoulders, which measure from the head to the bottom. The price target should be above 6,215. Potentially we can even go and test this huge resistance line at price of around 6,600. But let's see how exactly it's going to play out. So basically, I'm giving you statistics and how the chart analysis, what I'm seeing and how the things are playing out. And for the bull market, for the Bitcoin bull market, it's good. I think we're we're in a raging bull market for traditional markets as well. And I've told you some of the altcoins will, and they already started outperforming Bitcoin once we did that. And that's exactly what we're seeing at this very moment. But let's just talk about Polygon and what Polygon is all about. I mean, Polygon is a blockchain with a huge ecosystem. I have to tell you that there's so many unique addresses subscribed to that network. That's what makes it actually valuable, because according to the Metcalfe law, what makes one network truly valuable is the people who actually want to subscribe to that network. Not only that, but Polygon has a huge ecosystem with so many decentralized applications built on it, from meme coins to decentralized finance, like decentralized exchanges, lending protocols. Not only that, augmented reality, artificial intelligence tokens. I think Polygon is a very undervalued coin, in my personal opinion. Of course, this is not a financial advice. Anything I say in this video, it is not a financial advice. It's for pure entertainment purposes. And before you do anything, do your diligence and make your own research. But in my personal opinion, Polygon is very much undervalued. And so basically, the circulating supply at this particular moment is around 8 billion Polygon. So in order for one or previously Matic, one Polygon to reach a price for a dollar, we need a market capitalization of around 8 billion. And in order for Polygon to reach 80 billion market capitalization, then the price will be $10. Is that potentially possible? I think potentially this can happen. Of course, that's not a financial advice. And why do I think so? Because Dogecoin, BNB, Cardano, ADA, some of these coins, they went actually above 100 billion the previous bull cycle. So and that was in 2021. So we have to look at it in 2024, 2025. This bull cycle should be bigger than the previous one. Of course, if history is any indicator, I mean, Polygon can easily go to zero as well. So always be level-minded, be open-minded, be level-headed, because no one can predict the future. But I think, my personal opinion, Polygon has more upside to go. Let's just talk about chart analysis and how this thing can potentially play out. So as I can clearly see, we've been trying to get out of this trend line multiple times. So we had quite a lot of tests in January of 2022. We had another test in March of 2022. We had another test in February of 2023. And then we had another 11 March of 2024. So we had quite a good bounce here from in November, from 30 cents pretty much. We went all the way to 60 cents, and now we're correcting a little bit. So what I'd like to see is to actually come back and test this huge yearly resistance line, and potentially go and test price of around $1.10. If we snap out of it and we turn to support, then what I'd like to see is to actually start taking out these local tops at price of around $1.30, and of course this local top at around $1.60. So potentially, if we go above $1.10, come back, we test this previous yearly resistance line, we turn to support, and slowly but surely taking out 130 and then 160, and then we can think of potentially taking out all-time high price of around $3. I mean, Polygon is a very explosive coin. You have to understand it. Right now we're moving quite slowly, and we've been in a downtrend. I mean, pretty much from May of 2021. So that's over 3 years and a half. So then that's a huge time period. And anything can happen again. We can potentially go to these prices, and then we act as support, and then we can come back and basically formed a descending triangle pattern here, and pretty much go to the abyss. So always be level-minded. We don't know how exactly it's going to play out, but in my personal opinion, judging on the fundamentals, and Polygon has more upside momentum. This is just my personal opinion. This is not a financial advice, because I'm just a guy on YouTube, and let's see how it's going to play out. If we break out of it and we start taking out these local tops, and we go and test a price of around 160 to 180, then my personal opinion, we can quickly go to all-time highs at $3. Perhaps we'll consolidate for a few weeks, maybe even a few months, and that's how we can potentially form a reverse head and shoulders, forming the right shoulder here. And if we snap out of it and we have a full price discovery from $3, we can easily go to price of above $5 and potentially even $10. I'm not gonna be surprised if something like that, yeah, if something like that plays out. Let's see exactly how. I think we need more strength for the bulls to take over, because right now we are not exactly right there. I just wanted to show you this this move from pretty much April, yeah, from April of 2021, at price of around 30 cents, basically in May, basically a month we went 10x. So if something like that comes around from 50 cents, like 60 cents, we can easily snap. But first we have to take out these local tops, consolidate above it, snap out of this resistance line, potentially go and test this previous all-time high prices, snap out of it, have full price discovery, and then can potentially go and test price of above $6 to $10. And if we look at it matic compared to the Bitcoin chart, we actually snap out of this downward trend line, but we came back now. And if we measure it from the bottom to the top, the price target should be at around 10x, but that's on BTC terms, so that's at least 15x. So again, $7-8, we can potentially go and test these prices. Again, not a financial advice. Once again, guys, thank you all for tuning in. I really appreciate all the support. Thank you for all the lovely comments. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube, please do it. It's for absolutely free. And if you want and subscribe to my Patreon, that would be absolutely amazing. I have 2 books that you can get for absolutely free if you subscribe to my Patreon: the Crypto Guidebook and the Art of Chart Analysis. How to become a sophisticated trader, gain quite a lot of knowledge in the art of chart analysis. Not only that, but with that subscription comes a lot of exclusive content with the most undervalued, underappreciated coins, in my personal opinion. So once again, thank you. Not a financial advice, anything I'm saying in this video, and we'll see each other. We'll see each other later on. Goodbye.